Well, at least we weren't dodging tornadoes like normal, I guess.
Yeah, because that one went, I saw a map today, it was like about a block and a half from my house. It's a bunch of tree, just roof and tree damage, so I'm not, they're lucky.
Today, I mean, was it a radar thing, or you knew what was coming?
Yeah, we talked about maybe the only thing I kind of regret, we were doing a lot on the front end with the kid clinic. I had the guys up here early. Maybe we could have stretched it a little bit more outside. We've had a great weather all spring. This is actually, I think, the second or third time we've actually been inside. One morning we came inside. But I talked to the guys about, good as the weather's been, we need to take advantage of some elements and learn how to play in tough situations. We got several great opportunities. We got to play well on the road next year. We got to play well when we don't get good calls or make good plays. So kind of challenged them in the meeting, take advantage of the weather. And we had a decent start, transition fields, kept it going in a decent way. It was reasonably clean. And I don't know if it was ideal or perfect, but I thought we got a lot out of it. It was a good day.
It seemed like the intensity level didn't really drop or anything. By the time we got in here, you guys were playing and hitting.
Yeah, it was good. It took you guys forever to get over here, and then every time I looked, you guys were sitting down there typing. So how do you guys know what's going on anyway? You guys got like eyes up here in your forehead or something. How do you guys do that?
We don't.
You took that's a special set.
Now I understand when people say don't believe what you read. I feel better because you guys weren't even watching. It made me feel great. Just kidding.
What were your general impressions?
I missed a few tackles today. We hadn't been missing. Let a couple runs get out. We're playing better team D, getting lined up cleaner, not busting assignments, getting more guys to the ball. A few times I thought we could have made a couple plays. We didn't. A couple times I did a couple things maybe as an offensive coach where it's like one time I went for it down a distance where you probably never would. But hey, it's a spring game. Make a stop or make a short yardage play. Didn't like our short yardage at all, but we truly don't have. With injury right now, we'll be good by the fall, I believe. But we don't have maybe some big guy sets that we need. We do practice against our defense with some offensive linemen playing tight end. But we had some third and inches we didn't get. Now that's great for the defense. Wasn't good for the offense. Took care of the ball okay. Forcing our quarterbacks to learn how to throw. Putting Trey can run a little bit. Forcing him to learn how to throw. Cam Kaufman getting better. Junior college players are helping. We're getting stronger, a lot of long way off, a lot of work to do, but I feel we're moving the direction you want to go.
Isaiah Roundtree showed up a little bit today, had a couple of touchdowns, a couple of nice runs.
Yeah, I mean, he was like that in fall, but he's 1 for 15. So I have no comment on that. I expect a lot out of him. He's been tweaked with an ankle. It was good to see him show today because I believe he is capable, but he hasn't had a consistent spring, and I'm interested to see if he has the summer to have a foundation, have a great preseason, and really start helping our football team in a more positive way. But today was very good to see. Wasn't surprising, but it was good to see, and we expect to see that more consistently than we got this spring.
What has to happen this summer? What has to happen this summer for you guys in terms of off-season conditioning and off-season development?
Everybody does it. It's voluntary, but you voluntarily choose to win and lose too a lot of times. So it's voluntary workouts. Can't make guys here, but they'll have more throwing this summer with player-run skellies and teams than we just had spring ball. They'll have, we'll give them the bulk of May off. We got 2 weeks left. We'll get into really continued lifting 2 days a week. Let the kids come out, throw it around, play 7-on-7, keep working on the defense and pass timing and some fundamental skill. We got exams first week of May. Got the bulk of May off, and we got basically the entire team showing up June 4 for 7.5 weeks. We'll shut it down, I think, July 25th, give them a week off, and we show up August 1. We need to get stronger, yes. The stronger you are, the bigger you are, the faster you are, the more physical you play. So we can talk about physical play. We can talk about running the ball better or making competitive plays or tackling better. But if you're not physically maturing, you're not going to do those things. It's talk. Stronger you get, the more confident you get. So we need, a great offseason because we're a young football team. But every team does. We also need these guys to understand they need to not only have a great conditioning summer, they need to be better football players August 2, the first day of practice, than they were April the 14th. So the trick, Woody Hayes had saying about rollerblading in the winter and ice skating in the summer, when it was out of season, what do you do? So when we pop the pads off, what do you do with no pads, no helmets, to be a better football player? Because we have a lot of young kids that need to not only be in shape, bigger, stronger, they need film study, they need time on task, they need skill development that they as players have to do. And great players do that.
After what you've seen in this...
Now, just getting guys to buy in. Last year, you spent a lot of time just getting guys to buy into the coaching staff and your philosophies. Do you spend less time on that now?
We probably spent less time last year and probably didn't do as good or connect or get with them or them get with us because we're probably teaching plays more, teaching language, nomenclature, verbiage. Here's what you do. This year it's like, okay, you know some of that. Let's get to know each other better. Let's understand my expectation. Let's get to know you and your background and how you click. So we've probably have actually been able to do it more and probably connected more. Now, we probably have the less negative frustrations of like, you know, I'm dealing with the situation because we're not clicking. I think we're clicking more because I think the people that are with us want to be here now. And I think they understand us. I think we're understanding them. I think we're growing as coaches. I think we're growing as players. I think we're growing as a program. And we got a bunch of growing in all phases, on and off the field, coaching, playing, weightlifting, to keep moving the right way.
After spring and what you saw today, kind of what do each of the quarterbacks need to get better at this summer?
Well, it's all rhythm, timing, and it's not just quarterbacks, it's with the group. So, for example, you throw a swing route, and we can come out and throw it 100 times on air, but do you throw it at a speed with a guy rushing you, like a guy barreling down from you in the season opener or the first Big Ten game or a road game or fourth down? So can you play in discomfort? Because they'll practice this summer in a sterile world, but our game isn't sterile. It's not just the quarterback, it's that entire group. If that receiver or that back on that flare route, if one time he's 6 inches more to the left, next guy's 6 inches more to the right, one guy's 6 inches to, all of a sudden that ball is just off enough that you're causing the quarterback to be more accurate hand-eye. If you can get those parts to sync and be in as unison as much and play in rhythm, you flow a lot better. So it's not just the quarterbacks, it's their ability to connect with their group, and their group practice fast. Took my son over the other day. Jordan Hull's dad does some training for young kids. He's doing, and he gutted my kid. It was awesome. It was awesome. But then afterwards, he said, "I want you to do this." When you go, but if you don't do this as fast as you can, it's a waste of time. And that's with the summer. Without pads on, without playing tackle, can we keep this team learning how to play as fast as it can? We showed our team yesterday about a dozen clips of Wes Welker. That was at Texas Tech as Coach Luttrell was leaving, one of the best players in the NFL, ran 4.65 at his pro day. And we showed how fast he plays the game. And we're trying to teach our guys, learn to play as fast as you can play. Our deal right now is not just with the quarterbacks, trying to teach these guys and pull out these guys. Yes, we need to be better. Physically develop better, keep recruiting better, keep developing better. But we need to take some things that are inside our kids and keep pulling it out of them. Because we have some kids that harness some abilities that we need to whip and get out of them. Whip in a good way.
If you do get consistency out of Roundtree, how much can he add to the offense? What?
I don't know. I think he can play a little bit in space, gives you a little bit of speed. But again, right now, he lacks some size and strength. I don't know if he's an everyday player. And same deal with Steven. He's done well. Don't know if he's truly an every down, upper level back yet. There'll be competition. Tevin Coleman's going to walk in here and look as good as anybody walking on that field. So it's not a great group yet, but there's some guys to work with and competition. I think Trey's doing great at quarterback. Thought he had a heck of a spring. Cam Kaufman's going to make it competition, which is good. And that's not a threat. And that's not a put down. I love the way Trey's growing. I can't wait for Nate Suffield to come in. I think he'll be really good. So we got some nice young. The only thing I hated about spring, we were about 20 bodies short. I wish those high school kids could have been here. Because with that depth, I think we could have looked like a much better team and made some great strides. So excited for the summer. All those high school kids are coming. Got some great walk-ons we're trying to add with us as well. And we'll get cranked up August 2.
Kevin, you feel pretty good. You have a delay of the game, and yet you come in here and nothing really changes. The team kind of stays on task.
That was, again, I talked to them this morning. We've had such great weather. Can we handle elements? And the only it would have been nice to stay in the rain. They said the lightning strikes were getting close. Didn't want to go in. Thought we had a great youth clinic, a nice little crowd. So I thought it was neat for the fans to kind of keep that going. And it was nice to see our kids keep playing because we need to, when the bus pulls up 2 minutes late, because we will not get a good escort once or twice on the road. That happens. When there are games where you got to go in the locker room because of weather and to change venues, those are great learning situations. And we had the Henryville basketball coach came up yesterday and spoke to our team. And we've connected with those guys and had our kids kind of try to help them a little bit with some stuff. And he talked about, with that situation, all the good things that had happened. And I said, today with bad weather can be an opportunity to be our best day. Let's take advantage of it. And I think the kids bought into that. And wasn't the greatest practice ever, but we did have some decent work in an unusual situation. That was great to see.
How was it hearing from that coach, knowing what that school's gone through?
It was awesome. He had the whole team's attention, very quiet, and that was a pretty neat deal. So got a lot of respect for those folks and what they're going through. Kind of keeps in perspective when our guys think they got it tough because we're making them get up and go to class on time or eat breakfast and come to a workout and all that deal. Just kind of keeps it in perspective. We got some young guys that are growing the right way, and the more we keep putting those guys. So we had a great opportunity yesterday with the coach that came up. It was awesome.
What have you seen out of Kofi Hughes this spring?
A little still inconsistency. I'd like to see him be a higher, the old Tahiti who's given much is expected, and he'll flash really good because he's capable. But again, for us to be a good team, that Stephen Houston or Kofi Hughes need to be upper level every day, all the time. Great players. We're still inconsistent with that. It's understanding that role, and it's learning how to appreciate that role, and realize that I hurt the team more when I'm a good player not having my best day. I bring more people with me, so we keep challenging that. That's a little bit of a rebuttal we have right now, teaching our upper level players. We've gotten the lower end of the pack to catch up. We need the upper part of our pack to separate again, to keep pulling us forward.
You mentioned third and shorts, basically. It seemed like the defense stiffened up towards the end of a few times. What'd you like out of that, basically?
Well, I mean, it's good for them. One, got some penetration pad level. Number two, we're just staying in shotgun because it's what we've been doing. Now, we've been working I formation. We've been working bone period. But we've been teaching that. We've been trying to teach the pass game, rhythm passing, and our defense. So we probably schematically we're not in things you're going to do. But it's nice to see the defense make that play because they need to.
Real quick, you talked about the summers, the game not being static. 7-on-7 doesn't show everything you're going to see on football Saturdays. Can you be a little creative about that and just say, hey, Trey, when you guys go 7-on-7, I want somebody in your face.
We go 7-on-7 now with two linemen rushing two linemen.
There you go.
And the quarterbacks, the pocket breaks down. They got to move around a little bit because it's not a sterile world.
Right, and hopefully they carry that into the summer themselves.
But even when you're going one-on-one, like I don't catch the ball and throw to this guy. I got to see everybody even when it's one-on-one. I got to act like there's a safety over there. What's he doing? There's a blue. I mean, I got a periph and see everything instead of just throw it to you. It's like I got to see it all and throw to you. And it's no different than driving range. How was the punting game?
Well, I was going to ask if you
your
felt
first one was
bad.
good.
Nice.
Yeah, the first one.
Can we get a punting update here from Don Fishing? Punting update brought to you by, who's sponsoring this deal?
I have no idea. I have no idea. My update wouldn't be where.
Sponsored by the IDS. Where you got your start. What else? Good? All right, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.